So, welcome back to my channel, everybody. Here we are to start the Vietnam race. Basically did qualifying, practice, did some upgrades, got a new car livery, but I forgot to hit record, so there's that. So regardless, we're starting P15 at Vietnam, and I'll just let the things play, and I'll have to do the formation lap. And then I'll talk to you about everything we did during the formation lap.
The Formula One circus has arrived in Southeast Asia once more, as we usher in a new era and get ready to go racing here in Vietnam. A lap of Hanoi Circuit then, 3.4 miles around the Vietnamese capital. A number of the 23 corners take their inspiration from other great circuits, hopefully creating plenty of passing opportunities. Now, Anthony Davidson, I wonder, might we be in for some early pit stops today from the midfield teams, all trying to put some pressure on or disrupting things for the leaders up front?
If you're in the middle of the pack, you got your own race to run. I don't think they're going to be thinking about causing trouble up front. However, closer to the head of the pack, don't be surprised to see some split strategies. If you're running second and third, for example, bringing one car in for an undercut while leaving the other one out there longer can put a lot of pressure on the leader and maybe force them into an error.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Vettel, Charles Leclerc and Albon, Sainz, Ricciardo, Perez and Lance Stroll, Norris, Ocon, Daniel Kvyat and Magnussen, the rookie, Grosjean, Pierre Gasly and George Russell, Hubert, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi and Nicholas Latifi. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Race strategy looks good. We have extra fuel in the car. So basically, during the formation lap, I'll be talking to you about everything you guys missed because I forgot to hit record. Our 5th video in, and I already forgot to hit record, so it's off to a great start. Basically, we put this new livery on the car.
Checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
Wait for Jeff to stop talking. So yeah, basically we did some upgrades. Our aero upgrade did indeed fail, so we had to restart that. We have a powertrain and durability upgrade also on the go, so hopefully those will be on before we go to China. We did some activities. We got our driver Antoine there in the simulator for a bit.
No rain expected for the time being.
Jeff giving us a weather update. Let's wait for him to stop talking too. We established Grosjean, that is our rival, after the interview of Q2, which we somehow miraculously made it into after doing a 138. So Grosjean is now our rival, and we qualified one position ahead of him. And pretty much that's it for all the updates here. But it'll be a live commentated race, like all my videos are probably going to stay for a while. Probably for like a long while. Because I feel like it's better and you guys get to hear my actual reactions to what's happening during the race as we take the hairpin. We're in between both of the Haas's, with Kvyat in front on the AlphaTauri there. I think hopefully, the problem with Vietnam is it's a road circuit, so it's very slippery. It's not a dedicated track, so it's just I set it up, sweep it, and off to the races. So it's going to be very slippery. It'll be hard to maintain as we let the computer, it's going to be hard to stay off the walls with the computer coast us back up to our starting position. So we'll just try to keep it off the walls and race smart with a few mistakes. But we'll see how that goes. Got the tires and brakes all warmed up as we line back up and wait for the 5 red lights to go out so we can go racing here at Vietnam. And And it's showtime. They want us to do 7 laps on the soft option and then 7 laps on the medium as we wait for the grid to form up. And 5 red lights go out here at Vietnam, and we're off to the races. Grosjean got an excellent start. That puts him up to P13 right off the beginning here, as we have to brake pretty early, take the outside line. As our teammate is up behind us now. Hubert made up 2 positions off that start. Antoine good there. We're going to turn on ERS here. Yellow flag already. Wonder what happened up there. Turn on ERS, try to get the inside on Kvyat coming up to this corner here. And he will not be able to defend us as we come up the inside of Grosjean, maybe the outside of Grosjean. We can take him here on this long, tight left-hander. Will we be able to take Grosjean? We will be able to take Grosjean on that. Perfect. Looks like Norris fell back a couple of spots too, so I wonder what happened. He was probably caused a yellow. As now Norris stands between me and Kevin Magnussen there. The rookie, or the young Lando Norris. As we come up to the braking zone in the hairpin. As everybody knows by now on my channel, hairpins are my arch nemesis, as Magnussen and Norris both make contact with each other. But Norris is able to squeeze by Magnussen there as we come into the slalomly bits, as I like to call it, of Vietnam. Very fast section here, but Magnussen looks like he will be trying to slow us up a little bit. So we're might have to get past him a little bit sooner than I would have hoped. As we come around the 3rd last corner, we're going to take him up on the inside here by undercutting him on the brake, and then we're going to damage our front wing because he didn't leave any space, but that's fine.
Mind that front wing. It'll need replacing.
Shouldn't be too bad right now, so we'll just see how the rest of it plays out. If we start locking up and it gets bad, I mean, hopefully we can make enough of a gap between when we do come in for our 7-lap pit stop that we can change the front wing with little penalty. But we'll see if we can create. We need a, I think it's 3-second gap, maybe a 5-second gap we're going to need before the pit window on these guys. So we're going to make sure we stay inside of Norris's DRS zone as we lock up and make. As I thought it was going to be hard enough for stay off the wall with a broken front wing. Now it might be next to impossible. Yellow flag coming up.
Yellow flag.
Looks like one of the racing points is having some engine trouble.
An incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags.
And we're back to green. That Will Norris is defending us as we make contact with him, and we make even more contact with him because he braked trying to.
A new strategy is available.
So we're going to come in and we're going to box, get on those mediums, confirm change.
Okay, copy that.
So we make contact with Norris there. We're going to come in to get our new front wing, and we're going to get put on the medium option tires here on lap 2. As long as we don't break any Perez's out, and we fudge our front wing up even harder. Now it's nearly impossible to drive. We'll see what we can do with it as we come into the pit, barely making it into the pits without crashing out there. We'll see if we'll able to manage to make up some time. Vietnam pit is pretty slow. I feel like it might be bugged because it's not normally this slow. Thought it was 59 kilometers per hour. But as we line up pretty much all the way at the front of the pit starting position. So we'll get in. New front wing on for a total of a 8.1 second pit stop. I should have upped the downforce, but oh well, that puts us
That was our last
23 seconds behind Latifi there. We have our new front wing and nobody to crash with. So we're going to put her into fuel mode, fuel mix 3. DRS deploy. We're going to see how much time we can make up.
This lap, we can use DRS when you are within 1
See if we
second
can make
of the
up
car
just
ahead
enough time
in the
here.
DRS zone.
Come into the chicane with really cold tires, so we're going to lock up. Well, we have 12 laps to go in the Vietnam race here with the rich fuel mode. See if we can make up a lot of time on Latifi here. Perez is out. That's unlucky for BWT Racing Point. Not to be confused with BSR Racing Team. So we brake really early into the hairpin. Come around. We'll see if we can set a couple of really fast laps. So we already made up 2 seconds on Latifi here. Come around to the slalomly bit. Sector 3. Which is, Sector 3 is what will get you in trouble here. If you have any sort of damage or your tires are kind of biting the dust. Sector 3 is a very tricky sector. Very high speed. So it's easy just to hug a curb too much and slide right into the wall. So we come around here to put us on to lap 4 at Vietnam. Brake super late. Lock up. Come around the long left-hander of that is turn 2. We're gonna undercut that, get on. Hopefully we don't get a penalty. No penalty for corner cutting. So that's really good. Get our ERS deployed too.
Gap to car in front is 17.0
Come around the chicane. To the long left-hander. So you're making a U-turn in a car, get a good exit, which was a very good exit. We made up another second on Latifi there, so we're about 2 seconds a lap, it feels like we're making up on one of the Williams. Our ERS is pretty much running dry. We're gonna brake up to the hairpin. My arch nemesis of racing games. Make up another second on Latifi, which is really good. And I'm hoping by the time everybody boxes on their first lap here, we should be able to pass him again as we fuck our front wing and again. And there we go.
You've taken some minor damage.
And that's it for BSR Racing here at Vietnam.
That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
Man, we don't have enough downforce to do this track. Well, looks like we're gonna retire, so it's a short video today. 12-minute video after we retire at Vietnam. Oh well.
After an excellent performance at the...
It has to happen.
Let's see how the driver standings have changed.
Now I guess we can go back and do some upgrades and look at all that, because this video was shortened because of my collision. Only if our aerodynamic upgrade wouldn't have failed, which is pretty crappy for us, but I mean, oh well. So let's see what we got going here. What do they want? We're gonna go back to our vehicle. We're gonna fit on new parts. We get these new parts on. Should be looking really good. We have 2.9 million now. We have put that into build time of chassis, quality control of chassis, or resource point generation. I think we need to get our aerodynamics upgraded though. We're gonna go with the build time for $2 million. Overview, activities. Let's go with power. Then actually there's an invitational event we can do just to get something in the video here. Reaction training we'll go with, and then sponsor event. All right, well, let's get to the. We'll just do the invitational. Oh, as I forget.
Our new parts have been completed without issue. They'll be on the
R&D here. screen. We're going to go to the view R&D trees. See the aerodynamic front wing main flap failed, so we're going to develop that. At 470 resource points, which I don't think we will be able. No, we cannot. So we're going to get 150 plus 1,000 driver claim from going to the Netherlands. So we should be able to be okay on the Netherlands here. We'll get the invitational event done, so at least there's something in the video other than us crashing out of Vietnam. Travel 7.8 kilometers from a rolling start around the racetrack, blah blah blah. Then we get 1,000 driver claim. We're in an old Red Bull. The Netherlands. And I don't know the Netherlands track too well, but I know it just enough. So we're going to downshift here. The good old V10s just sound so much better. And you can really feel when the turbo kicks in too. We come around. This has a lot of grip too. I would say that as we break the back end loose. And blam, into the fast. Not so fast, but fast enough. Come over here. Really, you have no tolerances for this one. You can just upshift quick. So that's what we're gonna do. To a tight turn as we spin out. So we're just gonna act like nobody ever saw that. We're gonna go to restart session. Nobody ever saw that. That didn't happen. Oh look, we're starting here at the Red Bull at Netherlands. Nobody saw that. I don't know what nobody's talking about here. And boom, across the line. Go down to third gear as we take it. So we're gonna have to stay off the curbs with this car. The V10 just sounds so much better than what they have now. So we lock up. Come around. So we hear that turbo kick in. You can feel it. Come around this fast right-hander into a somewhat fast right-hander. Stay off the curb as much as I can. Comes into a pretty tight right-hander. So like a very tight left-hander, long tight left-hander. So we come around to the hard chicane. This chicane is kind of pretty poopy. It's a pretty hard chicane. And there we go as we come around the final second last corner into the last corner, which is all flat out. We have 30 seconds and we've already driven 4 kilometers. Boom, purple. Downshift down back to third at the Netherlands. I hugged the curb a bit too much. Upshift short so we don't spin. Come around. Lock up like I always do there. Come around again. Come into the long, fast sector 2. The Netherlands coming around. Hit that checkpoint. Got 10 seconds off that one. We've already driven 6.3 kilometers. Downshift down to third. Come around that tight. Back to this again. Almost lose it, but managed to save it. So, and then we come up to the chicane, hit the braking zone on it, second gear. Come around, upshift quick. Second last corner, and then into the flat out. Can we make it past another lap? We can. To the flat out long and across the finish line. Downshift down to third. Can we make it? We can make it to that checkpoint too, so that's good. As we come around here, which this looks like it's the end of us here. Oh, yeah, as we spinner. I think we could have made it possibly if we didn't lose the back end. But we finished the Invitational, which should give us a bit of money and a couple of resource points that we can deal with here. And let's go take a look at if we got anything we can upgrade, and then that'll be it for the video here. And then we're off to China, I believe, for the next one, which will be tomorrow. We will record that, and it will be up tomorrow. So we're back at headquarters, see if we got any resource points, put them in before we sign off for the day here. And there's the new livery. We did not get any of that. We got engineers of the wind tower. The upgrades we made the department are going down well. They seem to be opening up some new avenues of development. Alright, so we have our sponsor event and then the Grand Prix weekend for China. Alright, well, thanks you all for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow for episode number 4 of BSR Racing, my team.